Hey guys, Speed Force Spectre here. So I'm not going to be doing an intro. I won't have too much editing in this video. This is just going to be troll fan to troll fan or non-troll fans, because I know I do have not big fans of trolls who do watch my content. Again, thank you for watching, like everyone for watching. Um, but this is a serious video. That it definitely concerns the fandom, and I'm going to be honest. I'm just hurt personally by this. Um, Plus, also the information given, how people present their views, it's toxic and it's hurtful. So let's go into how it all started. So Hasbro created two different dolls that were pretty much toddler versions of Poppy and Branch. They had two different ones, and one of them happened to talk. I'll just show the image of the doll. I don't even remember the name, but this is what the doll looks like. And pretty much the issue was this toddler Poppy. It could talk if you pressed her belly or somewhere along those lines. But if you were to put Poppy into a sitting situation, a button was at the bottom that talked back, and the voice box made some questionable sounds. Now, the position of where the button was underneath her skirt. Now, Hasbro's intention, as I mentioned, was, you press Poppy along her chest area, or stomach or whatever for the voice box to make a sound. And then if you were to put Poppy in a sitting situation, the button at the bottom when touching the floor or ground or whatever, that's how the other sound would activate. When I say it like this, it doesn't sound bad. But when I say, oh yeah, by the way, there's a button at the bottom of her skirt region and she makes questionable sounds, that's, and especially the fact that this is a de-aged version of Poppy, who is a toddler in this situation, it does bring up a lot of predatory and pedophilic nature to this toy. And that's the problem. Parents made a petition to get the toy banned. Hasbro, this past Wednesday or last Wednesday, I'm not entirely sure when this all happened. It happened pretty recently. Hasbro did recall the doll, and they said, hey, we're sorry. This was not our intentions at all whatsoever. We are sorry that it did come off that way. We are recalling it, and we will happily give you a new Poppy toy. And I will say this is the side of trolls that I know and love. Owning up to responsibilities and doing the right thing. That is the troll way, and I'm happy that at least throughout this whole situation, they made an apology and owed it up to the customers, giving them another Poppy toy that was not problematic. I will say this. I'm not mad at Hasbro. I am upset with Hasbro with this specific Trolls toy. I'm not upset with the Trolls line as a whole. The only place I'm going to be getting mad at is Hasbro with this talking Poppy toy. Because I've been a fan since 2016. A lot of my merchandise is from Hasbro because they were the first one making toy merchandise before World Tour and Funko and all these other toy places picked up the license as well. So I'm upset at Hasbro and this toy alone. I'm not mad at the whole company, but I am going to be pointing the blame and say, yes, Hasbro and the people who made this toy directly, this is your fault. This is your problem. I'm glad that Hasbro as a company's owned up to this, but this has definitely damaged the image of the character Poppy, which hurts for me personally, because as you guys know, Poppy is my favorite character next to Guy Diamond, so that hurts me on a personal level. It also hurts me that Trolls is a family-friendly IP. From books to all of their media, it is aimed for, it's a family-friendly, all ages can enjoy, but it's a lot of the merchandise and other things are targeted towards younger children. And it hurts and pains me because Trolls is supposed to be a soft, warm, comforting franchise with soft, warming, inviting characters. And the fact Hasbro unintentionally, accidentally made a toy that was predatory towards children, because may I remind you, this doll in particular was Poppy as a toddler. That hurts. That hurts and pains me that they made this and didn't really think a lot of things through. I will say this, I understand that it was not ill intentions, and that's where a lot of the story is stemming from a lot of people, that this was specifically made with ill intentions when it really wasn't. It was just a company being very, very dumb with their choices of how they designed this toy. And that's where I'm pinning the blame on. And it hurts because Poppy's the main face of the franchise, and it hurts that they would accidentally promote predatory nature towards children, and that hurts and stings, and it sucks that the main provider of Trolls merchandise got away with this. And I want to point something out here, and this isn't me being a salty Trolls fan, but if this was the fashion doll Poppy as she's normally aged in the franchise, or even freaking Equestria Girls, which kinda has the same body structure as the fashion dolls, and to some extent this chibi toddler doll. If that was the case, there would be a lot more problems, but the fact that it was on this specific item, only this item, and it got through the cracks, it's definitely, it hurts, it's painful. And again, I'm blaming Hasbro for making that specific toy, because now we have people stirring a narrative. As I said, and have repeated a couple times, Hasbro's intentions were not ill-intentioned. They were just dumb idiots when they designed the toy, positioning the button and having Poppy's voice box say some questionable phrases. Now, it was like a governor or something who said this, and it sucks that the video that was linked was to that governor or whoever. He's some political official. I'm not showing what he tweeted because I value my audience, but it started off good. It was like, hey, this doll is very pedophilic and very problematic, and targeted at kids. This is just not right. And it isn't right. I agree. This should not be stand for at all. Completely. Period. No matter what. That is not okay. But then it turned into pretty much saying that people in the LGBTQ plus community, trans people, were the people who made this, and they're targeting children with this, and LGBTQ plus people and trans people are the reasons why this exists, and the only reason why they said this is Trolls' new branding is a reference to the ending of the movie, where all the trolls embrace their differences, and come together in unity. In girl franchises, the rainbow represents friendship and sometimes individuality and self-expression, just like it does, just how Trolls presented it in World Tour. This person looked at it, they saw the rainbow, and they became very homophobic and transphobic, and saying that this community of people are part of the problem and they are all predatory towards children. And that hurt. And it doesn't help that there was a little bit of a hashtag. It didn't grow popular, but it was pretty much like hashtag Trolls, Hasbro, and pedophilia. And that hurt. Or you'll see Trolls and pedophilia right next to each other, and if you're a complete, utter, intolerant jerk, you add homophobia and transphobia to that. And that hurts. That really, really hurts. And this is directed at the Trolls brand, not the fandom. In 2016, and even now, before this situation, the animation community and film community, they have been absolutely toxic to DreamWorks Trolls fans. They've promoted bullying. They've promoted bullying to the people who work on Trolls. They've promoted a toxic atmosphere for fans to not enjoy this. That, or they put people down for it and claim they don't have taste in animation. It was one thing when it was that. I feel like we all can definitely ignore people on their high horse. I feel like we can ignore these reviewers. It's easy. It's hard, but it's easy. It takes time, but it's easy. If they're not going to add anything really of substance and all they want to do is victim blame and all they want to do is that, then they're not adding anything new. All they're doing is just being completely toxic and a jerk. But with this, they're calling the Trolls brand this. What's going to happen when they find out there's a fandom for this? Things are not going to end up pretty. And I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Because Trolls is a franchise about acceptance and accepting diversity, all that stuff. And it pains me that because Hasbro made a dumb, awful decision, people are now going to call Trolls a predatory and throw homophobic and transphobic remarks to the franchise. And if they find out there's a fandom, they're going to do that to the fans. And I'm just saying now, y'all need to watch out and be careful because of this going on. And it hurts. It hurts me so much. And this is why I'm frustrated. I am angry. I am sad that Hasbro made this specific toy and it fell through the cracks. And as I said earlier, this hurts the branding of Poppy, the branding of Trolls as a whole, Hasbro as a company, and DreamWorks. People are actually blaming DreamWorks when in reality, all DreamWorks is the messenger of the story for the movies, holiday specials, and the TV shows. And that's it. And this has me worried about Trolls' future. Mostly in terms of parents, because they could easily pull the plug and say, yep, because of this, nope, no more Trolls, which that's half of their demographic right there. So that's something Hasbro and DreamWorks needs to worry about. And Hasbro and DreamWorks need to get their act together because this should not have happened, and it's now happened. And now things are just a little bit toxic to how people view DreamWorks Trolls, and it hurts for me as a fan who loves this franchise, knows what the franchise is all about, and it pains me that Hasbro just let this happen. You can't blame DreamWorks, and I feel like now, because this happened, DreamWorks has to be a little bit more protective of their branding now, because it's going to be a little bit hard for most people to trust trolls, or people are going to be spinning pedophilia or transphobic or homophobic remarks to the franchise when that is not the case. And it's going to be a little bit tough for trolls to definitely get back and just continue. I mean, Trolls is still going on. We still have the new show coming up. So hopefully things calm down a bit. The good thing is Hasbro did remove the toy, so that's the good thing. That's the best part about it. They've happily said, "Hey, we'll give you all a different toy." Uh, they made an apology and they're doing the right thing. But again, this should not have happened. Um, but yeah, I'm just very hurt and pained by this. I will say this, I will still be getting Trolls merchandise. I mean, the toy is gone, but not that toy in particular. I will still be supporting Trolls. I know what Trolls is all about. It's all about good, positive, healthy things. The troll characters in no way, shape, or form would ever do this at all whatsoever. These characters are here to be a good comfort. I know they are for me. I know they are for most of the fans that I talk to. So, us fans, we know what Trolls is, and if people want to spread hate speech or imply predatory and pedophilic things, that is awful, and I hope that that is not in this fandom at all whatsoever. Even on this channel, there is no way, shape, and form that I would be okay with homophobic, transphobic, or pedophilic anything. That's just no. That's not okay. And if this is the video that I have to say that, this is the video I'm saying it, if I find that I'm sorry, that's just not, that is not, since I am a YouTuber, that's not the fandom I will be having, and I hope that that is not a thing in the Trolls fandom when love, tolerance, and acceptance are a huge part of Trolls. I don't know how to sign this video off, but that is my feelings and that is my thoughts on this whole situation. Anyways, I'm Sweet Force Spectre, and I'm signing out.